why are we so excited about this? Because we haven't seen this sort of approach yet in any other program. And the idea is really that to give you the ability from wherever you are in the world, build ventures with teams, either, within your neighborhood or also with teams from all over the world, to build cool ventures that can be funded. And, we are very excited to see these ventures. We have already funded certain projects before. We have seen, we have actually an investment committee tomorrow with 2 ventures that, we are suggesting to fund. And we really believe that this type of venture building brings out like really new and exciting projects, because so far these accelerators and VCs, they were usually funding with a focus on certain hubs in the world, San Francisco and London and Berlin, and we believe that all over the world there is a lot more entrepreneurial spirit that can be supported by also software like ours. And the idea is really that you build an MVP, that you form a team, that you start a project, present it to us, and ideally after that Venturethon, the story begins, because then we would love to see that this project develops, and at the end of 8 or 16 weeks, we have then 125K in funding for the best projects available for 9% of the projects. That's the whole idea. And I think, the platform can really help you. The idea of our platform is to help you to get to that point, to be able to get funding. We want you all to get funding, ideally, if possible, because, we support you with the idea of striking an agreement early and giving you a cap table early, a tokenized cap table that can then help you to pay for your first freelancers and advisors. And that's also something, when you want to get the 125K in funding, we love to see advisors connected to your project, meaning ideally you found a senior person in the area or in the category you're working in that would love to support your project, because that to us is also like already a first sign of quality for your project. And in general, also using the tokens for freelance services, we will help you provide this. For this cohort, actually, Sarah will also help you designing your project. She's just waving her hand. So she's, our design capabilities and resources that we provide you. She will not be able to help all of you because obviously she's alone here, and there's a lot of teams already working on this. So if you need design, please, imagine it was like a real marketplace and she was a real freelancer and you would have to pay her in tokens. That's now not available, but please convince her to help you, and she will, help with her full capacity during the week. In the next cohorts, there will be obviously more freelancers and supporters and also advisors helping you. Yeah, so I just want to start out real quickly. Please think big. I think Web3 and AI technology is there to make the world a better place and help the people. So please think big, and please start great projects. And we're really looking forward to seeing all these. We will be in the jury next week, and I will be there, and Mark and Duncan as well. And we're looking forward to your projects. And yeah, have a great week, everybody. And now I'm handing over again to Diksha.
Yeah, thanks, thanks, Chris. And I see that Pritish has raised his hand. Pritish, can you add your question in the chat, and probably at the end of the, presentation or call, we can take it. And there is also one question already about rewards come in tokens. No, your rewards will come in USDC, not in tokens. And okay, you can get in touch with Sarah on Discord. I won't be able to see the chat here, so just feel free to speak, and my friend Sarah will also probably note the questions and admit everybody who's not able to get into the call.
Hi, everyone. Just want to say hi. Yeah, I will reply on the chat so we can keep going with the relevant information.
Yes. And now, official welcome from my side. I am Diksha from Soonami. You have been getting my emails. You see me on Discord. I'm a part of the hackathon organizing team. I take care of marketing and community. I'm your go-to person for everything you, all the good things, all the not so good things you might face during this week. And together, we really, really want to make this a success. Very excited to have all of you. And I'm just going to present some, let me see now, share my screen. And you have to tell me whether you can see it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good. So today is the official kickoff of Soonami Venturethon. And this is a 1 week, I'm going to call it Venturethon and not hackathon because we are different in a lot of ways from normal hackathons. I also request my co-hosts to keep adding people who are coming. So in this 1 week, you're going to build Web3 or AI solutions. I know the website says Web3 and AI solutions, and some of you have been confused about this, but you can either build a Web3 project or an AI project, or probably a project that has components of both Web3 and AI. And all of this is welcome. There is a prize pool of up to $24,000 and potential funding of $125,000 for one of the projects, or one or more of the projects, actually, as Chris said in the last meeting, to after this hackathon. So most important thing is there are 2 tracks. One is for new ventures, which means that if you are joining the hackathon today, you form an idea during this 1 week, find teammates, and then you submit your project. So you're a new venture. The second is the on the fast track. This is basically for projects that have existed for a while. They have some basic idea of what they are doing. They have probably also a team. They have been working on it from any time between, say, 2 months to 6 months, and they join this hackathon, use this as a sprint, build it further, show us what extra you have done in this 1 week, pitch it, and then you're on the fast track, and the price for this is $5,000. So these are the main 2 categories. And you only need to submit your project in either one of these 2 categories, which you will find on our hackathon platform, Founders. The next 2 categories, they are not really categories, but they are extra prizes that we have. So out of these 2, we will give $1,000 to one of the best for good project in either Web3 or AI space, because this is something we support as at Soonami a lot, and we want to see more innovation in the for good space. Then one of the teams will also get mentoring or freelancing services from Soonami for $5,000. Yeah, this is actually a prize that you cannot, a prize you cannot put a number on. We will help you build your project further after the hackathon, and you will get further support from us. So one project can be submitted for only one of the 2 categories, which is very obvious. So you cannot be a new venture or an on the fast track venture as well. Now, why can't I move? Okay. When do I get the 125K and how? And this is a question I was getting a lot on Discord. So Venturethon participation is definitely mandatory for the $125,000. Winning the hackathon is probably not mandatory to be considered for 125K. We might find a lot of exciting projects. that we want to fund, which are not essentially winners of this Venturethon. Shortlisted projects will present to the investment committee, and the judges will speak more about it today, and the criteria will also be explained by them. The $125,000 is for 9% of capital. Again, I leave this to the judges to be explained, but more details are on our website page. It is called the ecosystem page, so you can go there and see further.
So you said probably not. It is not mandatory to win this hackathon to get the 125K, just to make this clear. You know, we could either fund one of you or 10 of you. That it really depends on the quality of the team and the project.
Yes, yes. So that was also one of the questions.
It's mandatory to be part of the platform, though.
At the Venturethon, yes, is mandatory participation in the Venturethon, yes. Okay, so you are still looking for a team, and I know this is one of the hardest parts in a remote hackathon, and that is why we are here, and Foundance is here, and our role comes in this. So please, if you haven't already, introduced your skills and background on Discord. People are always checking Discord channels. Make a profile on Foundance, and most importantly, complete it with all the skills you have, because that is one place where we can see all participants in a structured way, and on Discord it's not possible. Our Foundance team will today also talk about it, how you can actually complete your profile, add your skills, and how it can help you in forming teams. Some projects are already listed on Foundance. I saw yesterday, I think they were around 12 to 13. So you can see if projects are interesting, reach out to the founders, say you want to join their team, you have these skills. And I would say that even if your idea is in the formation stage, go today and list your project on Foundance. It will just make easy visibility. If at all you want to find founders outside the hackathon, they can still join during this time as long as one team member has already registered for the Venturethon. And then, of course, reach out to me. Refine your idea. I always say that today is the best day to talk to your mentors and Soonami team, because the sooner you talk about your idea, the sooner you can refine it, and the later you wait, it gets, sometimes it gets too late to get feedback. So talk today to all the mentors that I'm going to introduce today in the call. Talk about your idea, break your vision for the next 7 days. Some of you have really great ideas I've seen in the team building calls, but they need to sometimes break down that what we will achieve in 7 days. And then, of course, during your pitch, you can present what is your roadmap for the next 6 months. And but we need to see something solid in these 7 days. And we have a live mentoring session on 30th November with our mentor and Foundance CTO, Mark. He's amazing. He's worked with a lot of teams in the past, helping them refine their ideas. So please use this opportunity to talk further to him. Some important dates. There is a lot happening in the chats. I hope I'm not missing anything important. But I'll finish this quickly. So this is your hacking period. Officially starts today, ends on December 3rd. December 3rd, 6 p.m., you have to submit your project on Foundance and Discord. You submit it on Foundance, and then you say on Discord that you have submitted it. We will talk more about this also on how to do this on Foundance in this call. On December 8th, we will send a list of shortlisted projects that will be invited to pitch. And on December 11th, 5 p.m. CET, we will have the demo day of these shortlisted projects and the winner announcement on the same day. Last time we had around 12 shortlisted projects. That's the number we aim to also shortlist this time, but who knows? It can always vary on, depending on the number and quality of projects we get. So And all the shortlisted projects got feedback from Tsunami mentors. They were in touch with them. So being shortlisted is also a very, I would say, a good milestone and achievement during the Venturethon. Submission, we keep it simple. You need the name and logo of the project description, the GitHub link, a pitch deck, and a pitching video of 3 minutes while explaining your pitch deck, a link to the website. One of our jury members, Mark, is going to explain this further. If a website is not possible, you need a live demo is compulsory, but there is going to be, please read the submission page on the hacker manual to see what is the scoring related to these 2 points. And at least 2 co-founders with project roles on founders. Starting from 2, maximum to 6 can be your team size, ideally, but minimum of 2. And then you have to fill a 3-minute survey to help us better your experience during the hackathon. This is the judging criteria. I'm not going to speak a lot about it because our judges are going to go into detail about this, but it's innovation, it's how new your idea is, how diverse your team is, the technical competence, and the marketing potential and business model. All of them are equally important. Not that one is more important than another, but yes, let the judges talk about this. These are our mentors and judges. You will speak, we'll speak to all of them today. Some of them are here, and you can reach to all of them on Discord for any questions you might have and make use of it today. So I can't move to the next. Most important advice, please don't give up and submit your project. That's the most important thing. Sometimes it's not 100% of what you wanted to achieve in the beginning, but still submission is also like a win in itself. So do this, structure your 7 days, and don't underestimate the value of a good pitching video. Start your pitching video simultaneously while you're working on your idea. Sometimes the greatest ideas might not have a great pitch, and that really aches our heart, if that happens. So that's all from my side. And I'm just saying, if we have questions, or maybe questions, a good time for questions is at the end, probably.
Yeah, I think that we should do it at the end. There's a lot going on in the chat, so
Yeah.
we can I can address some in a minute.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. So our mentors, now I'm going to ask our mentors to give a 1-minute introduction and also tell us what's the best way to reach out to them. Do we have Zoe here from Crypto Girls Club?
Yes, hello. I'm having troubles with my mic though. So can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, sorry, it's a little bit blurry. So do you want a 1-minute introduction?
And how best to reach you during the Venturethon?
Yeah. So yeah, cool. I'm Zoe. I'm co-founder of Crypto Girls Club. I've been in the Web3 space for around 6 years now, working in mainly digital marketing, brand marketing, and content marketing. I'm mainly reachable on Discord. So yeah, you can just reach out to me. It's Zen Berlin, or I've just said hi in the founders channel. Yeah, I'm just really excited. As a newfound recent hackathon winner 2 times. I can give you tips and tricks on how to really nail your pitch, your presentation, and yeah, just if you ever need any advice on how to form teams, if you're technical or non-technical, I'm here for the non-technical side of things. So yeah, happy to help and yeah, give you some Web3 expertise.
Thank you. Super.
Also, hi from India.
Yeah, lots happening there right now, I think, with the Web3 events. Super happy to have you, Zoe. And now we also have Parry. Hi, Parry. Would love to know more about you and how to reach out to you during the Venturethon.
Hey, morning, everyone. I'm Parry. I'm based in Poland, in Wrocław. I am actually head of strategic execution with StackOS. And you can reach me on Discord. My Discord ID is Duck Norris. Actually, that's the Web3 stuff. But if you want to reach me on Twitter, I am Paris only. I can help you with your product strategy, like how you can reach out to the normal real user with the brand awareness, product, and like adoption. Adoption is the key, actually. It doesn't matter how good your product is, but if it's not being used by the real customers, there's a big red flag. So as long as your idea is simple and solution is also simple, most of the times I follow the strategy of KISS, keep it simple, stupid. As long as your solution is really, really simple, it's like 1, 2, 3 click. Trust me, everyone is going to use it. First, you will use it, and it will be very easy for you to convey your idea to someone. If the person gets in 3 seconds, less than 3 seconds, trust me, the game is on. Thank you.
Thank you, Perry. That's a good advice. KISS. I also love the abbreviation of it. Now, do we have Joe Casanova also here? Joe, do we have you? Okay, I think he wasn't able to join because of the timings. He is in the US and probably too late for him. Do we have Lena from her DAO? Okay, I don't see her as well, but everybody is actually on Discord, and Mark, our very own Mark.
Very old Mark. I feel like very old Mark today. I've got a bit of a cold, sorry. Parry, 3 seconds. I like it. That is aggressive. Hey, thanks, Diksha. I'm really excited to be part of the Cohort 2 Venturethon. 1 minute's not long. I'm Mark, CTO of Foundance, and I'm really excited to work with everyone and anyone. I just let Andrew Miracle in, our Cohort 1 winner, and I'm excited to work with the Cohort 2 winners. You're all winners. A super rocket fast background. I'm an engineer. I've worked in and started startups for a long time, over 20 years. Many different industries and different tech stacks. Right now, I'm CTO of Foundance. We're focusing very hard on facilitating quality team building to help you take your ideas from ideas to investable products, especially in AI and Web3 space. Previous to this, I grew Dr. Care Anywhere, which is a UK-based telehealth company, to Europe's largest primary healthcare provider. And as part of that, I led product engineering, data and marketing departments. Going further back, I had an events company and something operating a quantified self, which I'd love to talk to anyone who is interested about. And on and on and on. I love product. I love technology. I have a heavy bias towards data, which is useful with the rise of AI. I particularly love graphs and networks, and I saw some amazing ideas already coming through on the Discord channel where these could be really well applied, especially whoever it was who was talking about fraud detection using blockchain in corporate environments. That was cool. Keep the user at the center of everything you were doing, and yeah, KISS, like that, Parry. Keep it simple. Think of the business at the end of it. John Mark 13 on Discord. John Mark 13 Diamond Foundance, and I look forward to talking to you. Good luck.
Thank you, Mark. And now a word from the judges. So I'll start with Soonami, Mark Striegel from Soonami team.
Mark, so we're basically kind of pairing it up. So I'm super excited to see everybody here and see the beginning of your journey to really kind of take an idea and kind of see this through and ultimately build a venture. I have seen a number of early stage startups going to a phase of like 400 or 500 people. Typically, I join these journeys a bit later to help more how to grow an organization, build an amazing company and business model on it. But what I have learned that in the very early innings, in the first couple of weeks, actually a lot of the foundational elements around culture and the understanding of what problem are we actually solving is late. So I'm super excited to be with you, and hopefully together, with you, we are laying the foundation for an amazing, whatever, unicorn or zebra kind of, for the future. I'm one of the judges, and I have a lot of interest in the music space. I worked for SoundCloud, was the COO for a while. I love kind of e-commerce and travel, kind of led a travel company in Africa, and more recently have gotten involved into fintech and in health tech, and of course the Web3 bug has bitten me, and the AI bug is in me as well. So happy to kind of see all the ideas coming out of it. Maybe I want to address one of the criteria for the judging is around market potential and business model, as Diksha has already outlined, and Chris and Duncan will speak about the other criteria. What I think is very important is that we get a very clear picture of who is your target audience. No? So find a definition out of the kind of 8 billion people out there in the world. What is your target audience? Who needs the service you're actually offering? That can be a consumer segment, could as well be certain businesses, or even maybe government institutions. Be clear about articulating why this is your target group and what makes them special. Often I've seen in cases that you start a bit more focused, and then over 2-3 years of your lifetime of a venture, it gets broader and broader. So feel free to kind of give us a bit of a focus, and then think about, and I think that's for me the most important thing, is what is the problem you're solving for your target group. No? So there's often ideas I see which are great technical solutions, but what doesn't help is to have an idea which is in the search of a problem. You rather start off what is the user problem and articulate that, and then basically describe the solution you're building to it. And then, as I'm kind of more a business person, I would love as well to understand more on a high level, how do you intend with your project to earn money one day, not on day one, but like come 12 months down the road. Don't basically put down exact numbers and say in year 2 I will make this and this in revenue. That's not about it, but like give us an indication. Will you offer a subscription service? Are you going to basically charge per transaction or so? Just a better understanding of how you think you can earn money, and then give us a hint how this could be in whatever 4 or 5 years. If you're really successful, what is the scalable commercial model which you're envisioning? That would be really helpful. And this is what we basically comprise under market potential and business model. Definition of target audience, a value proposition, monetization strategy, and maybe some indications of scalability. And with that, I'm really looking forward to see a lot of your submissions. And as I am a non-technical person, so I understand the technology, but I can't code. What I would ideally need is a kind of a website URL, even if it's password protected, where your solution runs. I can basically use my input, enter it into a field, and it creates an output as you promised in your pitch presentation. This is what we are ideally looking for. If you by no means can achieve that, which I doubt because we have a week of time, then at least bring a demo video which shows you basically going through these steps. But it's a clear premium and a benefit if you offer something I can use, even not being a technical person. Okay, thank you and good luck.
Thank you, Mark. All very useful tips. And actually, I think Lena just joined from her DAO, one of our mentors. So, Lena, would you like to do a brief introduction and also tell our participants what's the best way to reach out to you and for what challenges during the hackathon?
Yes, sure. Hi, I'm Lena. I am a bit sick, so I'm not going to turn on my camera today. I'm sorry. Great to meet all of you. Very excited to be mentoring this hackathon. I'm Lena. I'm a developer, a blockchain developer, and I'm working with DAO, which is an organization that onboards women into Web3 by mentoring them through hackathons. So in the last year, I attended like around 15 hackathons, and I really learned how to quick start building your application. So if you need any help with like understanding what is the best starter kit for your application to get started with, please reach out. I can send you some links to great starter kits. My advice is definitely don't waste time setting up your own infrastructure. You will lose too much valuable time. There's normally always a great starter kit for a blockchain application that you can just use, and then use certain libraries to just like get to what you want to build, so you can actually implement functionalities. As Mark said, in the end, you want to showcase what you build, the smart contracts that you wrote, and you want to show somebody how you did that, and you want to deploy that application somewhere. So there's already like all of these like setups prepared, so like reach out if you don't know where to start. Other than that, of course, I can help you understand if your architecture makes sense for your application. If you want to do something and you're not sure if that kind of technology already exists in Web3, feel free to reach out and get feedback. You can reach me in Discord. Let me put the name there. It's gigahertz. I will also put it to my name now. And I just put it in the main chat, but I will also update my username here. And so yeah, feel free if you have any. You might have any questions, and I'm looking forward to seeing all your projects. And yeah, if you need any, like otherwise, I can just like give you the advice I was giving in the team building. Yeah, set a roadmap, be very clear on what you want to achieve, and in the end, if you don't manage to finish, focus on your presentation so people can understand what you built. Even if not everything works technically, you can always like create a good video that showcases what kind of functionalities you wanted to build, and always submit something. Don't give up just because you like haven't finished anything. You put like a whole week of work into it. Think about how you can showcase it in a way that still like shows what you've built, even if you didn't manage to finish. And yeah, good luck to everyone.
Thank you, and thanks for joining. While you're sick, I think it's changing weather. Our team is also having turns of falling sick in these days. So get well soon, Lena. And yes, coming back to the judges now, I would like to introduce Duncan, Group CTO of Soonami, and would love to hear from you what you're looking forward to from submissions.
I'm actually going to change it to give it back to Chris, because I think his thing should go first around the judging, and then I'll come back from the technical.
Okay. Yeah, from my side, just maybe for clarification purposes, there have been a couple of questions around the bounty and the 125K. So the program is actually, it's a two-phase program, if you want to see it that way. The 1 week Venturethon now will qualify you for the bounty. So depending on the category, the winner team in the first category gets 8K. In the second category, the winner team gets 5K. And there's the For Good category where we sponsor 1K. All the teams can try to get Sarah, help them with design. But this is just for the formation of the teams this week. It's about the formation of the teams and the idea. So if you have finished the Venturethon and you stick with the project another 8 weeks at least, then you might qualify to present in the investment committee and get the 125K. So there's at least an 8-week time lag between the Venturethon and the funding of 125K. And, then, during that time, we will obviously help you to, improve your project in general. So I think that was an important clarification. About the teams, we want at least 2 co-founders. Why is that? Because we believe that 2 people, can achieve more than one. I've seen a lot of great single co-founders, that, don't get me wrong, but it's in a remote environment. It's for us also important that, you're not building up trust with yourself, but you're also building trust with, your co-founders, advisors, freelancers. It's not only us you have to convince, in an entrepreneurial life, you at least have to convince your customers, but ideally you also convince, some other people during the building phase. And we say it's max 6 people because we believe, that more than 6 is more like a club than a venture. And we want to build, great projects that, get funding and ideally, accelerate and get a lot of revenue in the future and also value. So it's not like one of these typical DAO builders, where you can, get the strawberry farmers together. That's not the purpose of our program. We want to really get you funded and get you to the next level and help you to get there as well. Yeah. So about the general idea of the innovation, I think we want to look at anything where AI and Web3 technologies are included, just because we really, really believe that these technologies will take over the world and in the next 10, 15 years. And obviously we're seeing this already. Web3 for its, being trustless, immutable, borderless, and so on. I think this technology has already proven in the last 15 years that it's a great addition to the technologies out there. And AI, I mean, we all know how big this is going to be. And maybe about the innovation, what is important for me, I like very much what Barry said. If it's easy to understand, then it's a lot better. I always come up with examples of the German engineers producing something with like 100 buttons, and then the iPhone came out and then there was like 1 button or even no button. So I think that is something which, in my opinion, is really, really important. Most of the products are too complex, and I'm also trying, like within Foundance, like to reduce complexity all the time, and it's really hard. It's the hardest part, reducing complexity, because you have to figure out what people would really love to see instead of giving them all the options from the beginning. And so that part I think is important. And in terms of AI, maybe one thing to consider is build up or present us some sort of defendability of your idea. I think I've seen a lot of these AI ideas in the past where you were sort of just a wrapper of ChatGPT, and we believe it's really important to build up some entry barriers in your market, to not just be another app in the ChatGPT app store. A lot of these ventures have already been attacked sort of by the idea of an app store and ChatGPT. So it's important to either build up your own database to feed these tools, or some other form of defendability in this AI space. So yeah, I think that's it from my side. Really looking forward to your ideas. Don't be afraid. I think what you might find in the explanations, also in the paperwork, there might sound like a lot, if you don't manage to get 100% written or designed. I think it's very important to get your idea across the line, the pitch deck, the video. These things are very important. And obviously, ideally an MVP, if that's possible. But yeah, more than that, try to get it there. We give you the a lot of instructions, also how to use the platform, you know, and how to improve your chances to go to IC. But we know it's a short time, and, you know, we will just look at whatever is there. So yeah, with that, I, you know, want to give back to Diksha. Thanks a lot for joining again, and really looking forward to seeing your projects.
Thank you, Chris. And now back to Duncan. I think, Duncan, you can also then carry on with, you know, giving an introduction into fountains and how to use fountains during the Venturethon and how we can make the best of this. So over to you now.
Sure thing. Hello, everybody. If you haven't met me on the previous calls, I'm Duncan. I'm a group CTO. I've been in the tech industry for over 25 years. Have had some high positions around. Was CTO of Sony, head of R&D at Nintendo. Prior to Soonami, I was Chelsea Football Club as a CTO, of all places. Not focusing on football, focusing on tech, around computer vision, some blockchain and other bits and bobs. Had a few startups, exited a few startups, and so on and so forth. So hello, everybody. I joined all other judges, you know, wishing you luck and perseverance, most of all, as you go into this. I will be on the judging panel, and I will be your technical judge ultimately. We all will be looking at, but ultimately it will be myself who's looking at the technical thing. And first and foremost, I would say, and I feel like I sound a broken record, is read the hacker manual, right? It will help you immensely. I will show you a few other small bits and bobs. But it's, you know, read the hacker manual. It will ensure that whatever you do is following the right procedure, and you'll have a lot less questions that otherwise you will have, that I've probably already answered there. Second, decide what kind of project you're doing. If it's a large project, a very ambitious project, and it could be a very exciting venture, it could be really profitable or potential for great traction, whatever else it could be, you know, decide what is, you know, make it as judgment to what the size of your endeavor is and whether it's actually possible to do in a period of time, those things. Then decide whether you're going to do a vertical slice, so a bit of everything that proves end-to-end functionality, or you're going to do one part of it really well. I think it's an important decision you need to make early, and you need to make it quite soon, because that will create your own roadmap. How are you going to get to? Because at the end of the day, if you do get to the IC, and we'll be looking at it on investment committee for the large investment, you can come back to us saying, hey, I've done this, you know, to achieve all of this, I need this money. You know, or you can say, look, I've proven the model works, therefore to develop it further, to dig deeper, I need to do it differently. Don't try to do lots of things badly. Do one thing good, I would say. Whether it's a vertical thing or a vertical slice, or it is one piece of functionality. I expect technical competence, not necessarily utter excellence. I will recognize excellence, and I'll recognize clean code. I'll recognize good test coverage. I'll recognize good pattern usage. All these things will be recognized and will contribute to it. But it's not necessarily the winning factor. If you have the cleanest code with 99% test coverage, with amazing architecture that does very little that is useful, you're still not going to win, I'm afraid. Because at the end of the day, this is a venturethon. Think about what you're building. The product here is number one. The technical part is important, but it follows. It has to come together in a pair, as is. So once again, I will recognize technical excellence, but I expect competence. You know, an amazing product with an average code is probably will be ahead of a rubbish product with incredible code in some way. We are about product, we are about ideas. So do consider it when you're planning, and think ahead of how you're going to do this. If I was to join the hackathons, I've done my share of hackathons mainly in the late 90s, I'm afraid, and early 2000s. So quite a long time ago. But if I was to join this hackathon and do it thing, I would do as much planning as I can, as far as I can. So plan it for the week ahead. How are you going to distribute work? Who's going to be doing it? Who's going to join it? And just execute it. You know, you might spend a day of planning, but it'll actually make your life a lot easier in terms of developing. Think through it, because at the end of the day, if you're a good developer or programmer, whatever you want to call yourself, if you're a good developer, developing is all about thinking and how you're going to do it. Writing code really is just an execution. You know, it's all about semantics and just putting words and particular semantics of the language you'll be programming into your computer. So that's my best, the best advice I can give you as you go along. I can reiterate what Diksha was saying. Don't give up. If you feel you haven't got where you wanted to get to, that something isn't quite working, that is broken in the last minute, that there's a bug that you spend a day looking at and you can't find it, submit it. At the end of the day, we have experience and diligence enough to recognize what is good, what good looks like, and what good can come out of it as well in terms of a venture. So persevere and submit. And now I'm going to show you our product owner is unfortunately very sick, Andrea. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the product itself, and also how to submit it for the bounty. So just give me a minute. Black screen. There you go. So first and foremost, once you get into Founders as the product itself, you will end up on this page. It's a dashboard which will show you what's going on. It will show you your next steps. Is urging me to complete my profile. It shows at the bottom our highlighted projects, which are previous winners of the hackathon themselves. They have several awards. So Workforce, our previous winner. Plurality was a runner-up in Web3, and we have Peppy Finance as well, and so you can check it out. You can have a look at the projects that are currently on the platform itself overall. And if you are joining Hackathon and actually looking for the roles, you could look within inside the open roles. So the roles that some projects are looking for are listed in open roles. Or you can reach out directly to the community, and I will be here. You'll find me, you'll find Diksha, you'll find all of us here, as well as all the participants in there. You can have a look at their skill set. There's a lot of, it's not useful to have no skills selected because people don't know who you are. That's a good point in here. I'm just saying quite a lot of no skills selected in here. But this is wherever Star Cooper is. There's 5 skills: engineering, back-end development. When you need a back-end, I'll probably have a look at who that is and invite into the project. My projects, we can have a look. There's several projects that I've started. This is one of our NFT projects quite a while back, but we'll have a look at it. And at the top, you have different options here, which may sound, at the beginning, slightly odd, but I'll explain to them a bit later. Project description we have here, which we encourage you obviously to fill. If there's any media and video you need to attach, it will be here. And then documentation like the white paper, light paper, whatever you manage to get to and whatever you submit, it will be here. This is your team, where you will be obviously be able to add a role and assign roles as we are. You'll also be able to create a role and open a position for that role itself. So in here we have actually a recruiter role in people's that we're looking for the project itself. So that's how you can create a role for your project, and you can take it obviously forward, and people will find it within the roles, part of open roles within the project itself. An agreement is something you may wish to strike at the later stage or early stage. I actually encourage you to do this if you're serious about your venture building. An agreement really is a dynamic equity agreement, and it just means that from the beginning on, you and your friends agree whether you're 50-50, or in this case, there's 5 of us, and our shares are 20% each within this project. There's an NFT token. The tokens are not tradable, they're internal tokens, but it gives you an agreement on chain and that says that you are and your friend, which is if it's 2 of you, you're 50-50. There's no dispute later on. Should you get our funding of 125K or more or less, whatever it will be, as you know that you are equal owners themselves. Transactions and governance will take place later, and it's to do with the agreement itself, as well as token and activity log. So pretty straightforward. The dashboard should be able to tell you what you need to do at the beginning. And open roles, where you find roles. The community is where you can reach directly to the community. So if you have a specific need, you can do this as well. You can also message directly on the messaging. You can search for chats, and you can message other people here directly if you wanted to. From that perspective. And I will stop sharing for a second, and I will try to play a video of how to submit your project for bounty. Showing black screen earlier, we'll give it a go. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Okay, so that's the video of just how to submit your project for bounty itself. As you can see at the bottom, there's a next step. So complete profile, join hackathon, participate in discussion. Obviously, you'll have all of these. You go into my projects. So you have your project here. Obviously, if you registered for the hackathon itself, scrolling down, you'll have the event enrollment. You can select the bounty. And if you want it for general prize, new ventures, just select it there. It's as simple as that. Nothing exciting, nothing too onerous in there. If you have any other questions, do reach out to all of us. I think it should be fairly intuitive, fairly simple, fairly straightforward. And the platform is there. There's a few questions have been reached out to me already. Why do we need the platform? What is it for? The platform is there as partly as a diligence, so for us to know as you progress and as you develop your project. It's a platform obviously to help with our hackathon, but also to structure yourself as a venture and to have a traceable history where you started, who's joined the project, how you collaborated together, and obviously all the artifacts of the projects themselves are a useful place to have it all together. And of course, the community is there to both help you find the right partner for your venture, and all of our advisors will be there, as well as us, so you can reach out through the flat platform as well as obviously on Discord itself. Use it, make your friend. It is really useful, and it will make us see your contribution and obviously your zest to actually create a real venture and get funded at the end of the day. Look forward to it. Look forward to seeing. I saw in Discord lots of exciting ideas. Keep on, and good luck to everybody. It's fantastic. Great to see you all here.
Thank you, Duncan. And Justin, Mark, I think you wanted to add something. Did you?
Just coughs. No, I don't think I wanted to add anything. I think now you've put me here, what can I add? One of the things Duncan didn't talk through was the actual event view itself. I think that's very useful for seeing the roles that are available. So the teams that are looking for teammates are available direct through the event view. So I'm happy to talk to other people about that directly rather than just ramble through it on the spot. But you can go to the event, so you look at the Venturethon, you can see all the participants, they will be labeled with looking for a team. You can filter them by the skills there directly and reach out. If you click on one of the participants, you can open a chat directly with them. There's a button that says chat. But if I bombard you now, it's going to be confusing.
Okay.
Thanks, Duncan. Thanks, Diksha.
Thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Mark. And thank you, everybody, mentors, judges, all our participants. Now, actually, we have to get to work, but to start building for the Venturethon. And I just wanted to say that there are some people who still want to talk about their ideas. They're still looking for teams. So you can stay back on this call. And we can talk about it further and see what we can do. So we can utilize this time. But for the rest of you, I think it was great talking, and let's go. Let's do this. And we'll be in touch on Discord. And I will hound you for submissions closer to the dates. 1 second. Okay, I always forget this. We also need like a photo. So can we have cameras on and smiles on and maybe some crazy expressions also for a nice photograph? Okay.
Yes, let's go.
Let's do this. Here we go. Amazing. Thank you so much.